It's February, it's Valentine's Day, and love is in the air. And so is my girlfriend's ongoing obsession with Jacob Elordi. So when I first saw this trailer, I was in the movie theaters with my girlfriend, and 20 seconds into the trailer, I was like, fuck, I know exactly where I'm going to be for Valentine's Day. Wuthering Heights is the new big romance movie that just came out in theaters, starring Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie, and it is directed by up-and-coming British director Emerald Fennell. I have seen one of her prior movies, Saltburn, which also starred Jacob Elordi, and I thought that was a solid film. But Wuthering Heights is her brand new project, the big romance epic of February. It's supposed to be one of the best romantic movies of the year. Star-studded cast, like I said, Jacob Elordi, Margot Robbie. It also has Hong Chau. I don't know if that's how you say her name. She's been in a lot of stuff lately, the last couple of years. She was really good in The Whale. She was really good in The Menu. She was really good in The Instigators. And then, of course, everyone knows Jacob Elordi. This guy is... I remember when he was just Noah Flynn in The Kissing Booth, you know, making out with Joey King for 3 movies in a row. And now he's turning into this, even though he's not even from America, this American sex symbol. Every girl that I know just fucking loves this guy. And I mean, can't blame him. Good looking dude. And this guy's kind of on a roll. He just had that really big role as Frankenstein in the Netflix version of Frankenstein. And now he's this guy in Wuthering Heights. This film takes place a couple hundred years ago. I forget the exact date, but there's no cars yet. There's horses, carriages, big castles, stuff like that. The film starts out showing Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie's characters when they're children. Jacob Elordi's character, his name is Heathcliff. He is taken in by Margot Robbie's father. He becomes their foster child / servant in a way, like handyman person. But the first 15 to 20 minutes are about them being kids, how they meet, and how basically they care for each other, and it just shows their origin together. What I thought was really cool, Owen Cooper from Adolescence, really good show by the way. He was in this film, and he's the younger version of Heathcliff. I thought that Owen Cooper and the little girl actor they did very good. There were some parts though where their dialogue to me was a little bit advanced for people that age. Maybe it's the time period or whatever, but I thought that didn't really fit. But they both did really good job in their performance. And then the movie fast forwards to as they're older. Heathcliff is still their servant, and Margot Robbie is still living at the house with her father, but they're very poor. And then these rich people move into the estate next door. And Margot Robbie and Heathcliff, I keep calling her Margot Robbie, it's Catherine in this. They still have love for each other, or they've always had love for each other, and they just don't really know how to explain it, or they're not telling each other, but everyone knows in secret that they love each other. Neither of them want to admit their love for each other, but Heathcliff gets jealous when Catherine wants to go marry the rich people that moved into the estate, the rich man, so that they can get out of debt because their father has gambled all the money away and they're broke. So Heathcliff gets all pissed off that she's trying to go bang this rich guy next door, and he leaves on a horse. And then the movie fast forwards 5 years down the road, and he magically comes back. He's magically rich. The film does not explain or go into any context of how he became rich or more put together. They just kind of throw it out there like, this is how it is now. This guy has money. What are you going to do? Do you still love him fucking 5-6 years later? Now the positives of this film, there are some positives. I would say there are more negatives than there are positive. It's really a mixed bag. Like the performances are really good. Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi are good in pretty much everything they do. The actor that played Margot Robbie's father, I thought was really good. He was very funny. He threw some good comedy in there. They weren't trying to overdo it, but it was like subtly funny stuff. And there's some scenes where he's like acting kind of crazy. He's like this crazy British guy who has like funny British sayings. And I thought that was really good. Like I said, the 2 child actors' performances, Owen Cooper from Adolescence, very good. I thought that the costume design and the sound design and the score was good. The score fit the movie very well. It fit the time period. It made you feel like you were in that time period. I thought that the third act, the last 30 minutes of the movie were the best parts of the film. The ending, I know a lot of people won't like the ending. The ending is, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. I think I knew it was going in that direction. Now, this movie is based off of a novel of the same name, like an old 1800s book. And obviously, I've never read that. But I have heard that the novel and the movie are a little bit different. I'm sure fans of the novel They probably won't like that the movie is different from what I hear, but I have nothing to really compare it to in that sense. But the ending is definitely going to be a mixed bag for people. It's definitely going to have mixed reviews, mixed emotions, mixed opinions on it. Definitely the way that film ended. So besides acting and an emotional third and final act, I wasn't really that into this movie. I thought the movie was incredibly slow paced. I thought it dragged on for too long. It was over 2 hours, and they just didn't have enough material to really keep you engaged for 2 full hours. A lot of the film takes place around the same setting, the estate, either Margot Robbie's estate or the other estate. And the film kind of has the same level tone throughout. Like nothing really, it starts like here and it just stays here the entire movie. The ending, I guess, is slightly different in terms of tone, but really the ending was very predictable for me, so it didn't really change my excitement or emotions that much. I just thought it was slow, and honestly, I was pretty bored. I just watched Dracula last week, and I'm not like super into romance. Maybe I have slight bias because it was like a gothic horror romance and with vampires and stuff, but I thought Dracula was 10 times better than this film. Dracula was, I think it was about 2 hours, but it kept you on the edge of your seat for those 2 hours and engaged. And this movie was just boring. There's a lot of repeated shots throughout the film as well. Shots that just kind of take up screen time. And another thing that I thought was interesting, especially in the first half of the film, a lot of the sets, the outdoor shots and the outdoor scenes look very fake and artificial. They look like they were filmed in a studio. Like the backdrop looks fake. There's some green screens. The lighting, especially, the lighting looks very fake in this film for the exterior shots, like especially nighttime exterior shots. Like it just looks like fluorescent lighting when it's supposed to look like natural lighting. And for a film that had, I believe it was like an $80 million budget, I'm very surprised at that. Now, I knew this was going to be a romance and there would be sex scenes, but there's a fuck ton of sex scenes in this. There's like a 10-minute montage of Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie just fucking dogging it out. And on top of that, Jacob Elordi's character is like this barbarian, savage porn star. And he just does a lot of weird shit in the film. There's a scene where he covers Margot Robbie's mouth and eyes for like a solid 90 seconds while they're like watching this other couple have sex. And it's just very prolonged and weird. And there's another scene where Jacob Elordi does this thing with Margot Robbie's hands. And he like sniffs and licks them. And he licks her like 30 different times in this movie. I don't know. I just didn't expect it. And then he like puts another girl on a leash. And it's like his sex dog. And it's fucking weird. I didn't know it was going to be all like that. I mean, that doesn't bother me. But it was just fucking weird. I guess that's like, I don't know, from what I've seen, I get maybe that time period is like into that type of shit. I don't really know. Yeah, and the pacing is weird because I think I mentioned this earlier. The movie jumps like 5 to 10 years ahead like 2 or 3 times in the movie, and they don't really explain enough. And things just kind of happen. They just kind of drop things in there, especially towards the end, and that's just the way things are, and that's it. You're going to have to just accept it as the audience. I don't know, mainly the movie just felt very underwhelming for me. My girlfriend was really excited to see it, and she didn't even really like it that much. And we both love Dracula. So yeah, I mean, Wuthering Heights, it looks appealing. It sounds appealing. It was just boring and slow, which sucks because I really like both of these actors. And I was really hoping that this would be, you know, like another Romeo and Juliet, Titanic type of movie, but it's just not. It falls way short. I felt like they played it safe throughout the movie. Like, they played it safe. They knew people would go watch it. It's a quick money grab, I guess. I know the reviews aren't that great on it. But yeah, overall, just kind of disappointed. It's not bad, but I wouldn't go out to the movie theaters to go see it. If you're really looking forward to it, I guess go do it. But it's not really something you have to see in the theaters. It's not something I'll probably watch ever again. And it's not something I'm going to buy on Blu-ray. So yeah, guys, that's my review of Wuthering Heights. Overall, I give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know what movie I'm going to review next, but I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.